Compliments of the season, beautiful people, wherever it is you're watching us from, you're welcome to the Lifestyle Show here on What TV. I still remain your girl and host for the show, EJ. We thank you guys so very much for the support, for the love. Thank you all for the follow-up on YouTube. So if you have not followed the Lifestyle playlist on YouTube, please follow us, like and subscribe, share, keep sharing the good news. Thank you also very much for joining us once again. So today we'll be talking about the concept of wife material. And with me today are very, very beautiful people. They are always beautiful, actually. I'm going to begin with Miss Elvera Njoko, right?
Yes.
She's a lecturer. She's a university lecturer. It's so good to have you here.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
And then we have Mr. Frank Anelson. He's a university lecturer at IAC University. Thank you so very much for joining us.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. And then we have Mr. Jerry Etonam. Etonam. He's a presenter and a producer. It's so good to have you here, sir.
It's my pleasure.
So thank you all very much for joining us.
You're welcome.
And let's begin. Okay, so people of God, there's something that has been, the men, let me say the men, there's this thing about them and wife material. Do you get? So there are special women that are wife material, and there are special people that are not. Maybe they are the ones that are the non-wife material. I don't know the name they call them. So first of all, we want to understand who is a wife material to the men, or what brought about that concept, or how did it come into being. And we want to also know if it is overrated or it should continue. So we'll begin with defining who a wife material is, and I would allow Miss Njoko Elvera to do the definition. Please, who do you think a wife material is?
Okay, thank you very much, Iche.
Hold on.
No, she's defining.
Thank you very much, Iche.
I don't agree with this one.
No, she has to do the definition.
She is the wife.
General.
How
Yes.
can she be defining the wife material?
Let her define for us.
Let's leave her to define the wife material. Whatever she thinks the wife
So
material
basically,
is.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
The term wife material is described as a woman that has good qualities.
Okay.
Or great qualities, right? So now, in Africa here, I think we have a special definition for who a wife material is.
Bam. Thank you.
In Africa here, we see a wife material as someone who should shrink herself
Hell.
for her man or her husband to thrive. We see a wife material, or we feel a wife material is someone who should kill her dreams and aspiration,
Chai.
stay in the house and be a wife while her husband goes and achieves his own dreams and aspiration. Lastly, in Africa here, we see a wife material to be someone who takes and absorbs all the flaws, imperfection, and excesses of her man, while the men, when looking for a wife material, look for a perfect wife without flaws.
In other words, they are looking for Jesus Christ of their time.
Yes,
Chai.
that is what our men of these days
Hell.
look for when you talk about wife material.
Okay, so I'll give the floor to one of you. So just be selective to defend what she has said. Do you agree with what she has said?
Of course, it's not true.
It's not true.
Yes.
Okay, what makes you say that?
Wife material. Every woman is a wife material.
Okay.
That we can actually believe.
Okay.
You thinking that it's a woman that has to be this, has to be that, has to be all this. That is where the women are getting it wrong. And that's why it's as if they are being mistreated in the society.
Okay.
For whatever wife material is, the only issues we are having in Africa is that there are so many societies with different cultures. And the West, when you look at the West, and whatever a woman is to them is different from what we Africans expect a woman to be. A woman is somebody that we believe are supposed to be full of emotions, supportive, communication with their partner,
Right.
and be, should I say, caregivers and nurture and have this nurturing personality, which is societal standard.
Right.
Now, if this is what the society is expected of you, remember that this thing is actually subjective. meaning that it could be a different thing for different people. And if the society made this way, actually, all of these things I just mentioned are things that the society have put in place for us to follow.
Okay.
You understand? These are good examples of what you are supposed to be. Well, we are saying that irrespective of all those, these things are what actually personal perceptions.
Personal perception.
Yes, a man knows what he wants.
Okay. So you, that thing he wants is not a quality that defines a wife material.
That is not what I'm saying.
That's literally what you're saying.
We said that whatever the man wants is exactly what he wants.
You just said a man knows what he wants, right?
Yes.
So that means that thing he wants is to him the definition of a wife material.
A man can actually need a partner who is supportive.
Please, you're stereotyping.
No.
Please tell me.
See, excuse me. If a man wants this,
right,
he wants this,
right,
and if you think that you are coming in, okay, let's just say a man that wants a business partner as a wife, and you are coming in giving us maybe being somebody that wants to be a housewife, and he doesn't want that. A man can decide to want a housewife. If you can't give that, please learn to know the partner you are choosing.
That's what he's saying.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to tell you that you have to be this, you have to be this. See, every man identifies one particular thing in a woman that he wants.
Okay.
So that's why we say that all of these qualities are subjective.
Okay. So, but there are no problem. We are coming.
Mr. Jerry,
I'm coming to make my point.
Okay.
For me personally, a wife material is somebody that has the same shared values with me.
Thank you.
Like he said, if I want a wife who would be supportive in business, and you present me someone who perhaps is emotionally intelligent, first of all, there's incompatibility. So that's why he said earlier that every woman is a wife material. It is just a matter of the individual's choice or what you seek for in that person that will constitute whether the person is a wife material to you or not. So when she spoke about having to squeeze yourself, selling the dreams,
you don't think that
imagine, like he said, I want a business partner as a wife and you give me a housewife. She would have to squeeze something for her to match that.
How about you squeeze yours?
I'm the one coming for you. You are not coming for me.
What if
that's the difference?
What if in a situation whereby she reads, okay, this is the kind of person she wants, you want rather, and then she tries to false play a role to fit in what you want, and then when you get into the marriage, you now realize that, oh, this isn't actually what I want.
Because it happens.
Then that's this.
Okay, now
she tries to.
Yes,
because you're already stereotyping.
That is to say, this man is not yours. Why would you force play?
Exactly.
Why would you force play?
Do you know that men also force play?
Men force play a lot of times.
See, let me tell you, a woman is actually, let me just say, the society, African society, trained a woman to be a wife, to be a caregiver, to be all of these things that we all call wife material. But a man is actually giving what? Just go and do what? Make money. Go and make it and come back. Let's give you a wife.
That's a very
now the society that we are now, our women are becoming educated. They don't want this anymore. And at the end of the day, they are coming back to tell us that this wife material thing, it doesn't work for us. We the men are saying, okay, it doesn't. Or anyway, let me choose what I want. Okay, I actually want this. Are you saying you are good in business? Okay, this is what I want. If actually this thing will work out, let it be. But if you force play,
yes,
and come in, and at the end of the day, what I bargain for is not what I'm getting. What do you think will happen to the marriage?
Okay.
Exactly.
Wait, I want to, in relation to this thing he's saying, there's a question I want to ask you.
Yes.
Okay. Now, in your opinion, what are the key qualities? You know, they've been saying, you guys are saying stuff about force playing.
Yes.
So it is not just the women that should be considered wife material. Is there such a thing as a husband material? If that's the case,
is that no wife material?
Yeah, no, hold on. So, in your opinion, are they sort of like key qualities that makes a man suitable for marriage?
I would say,
because they are saying there should be.
A man is already suited.
A man can't be automatically suitable.
How?
You are suited.
Why would you say you are suited? Who made you suited?
Hold on.
No, the question is,
when the man comes to the house, what do they tell the woman? Your suitor has come.
Oh.
But that doesn't make you suitable.
If you are the suitor, then you are suitable.
See, let me tell you.
Let me
every
give
man.
you an
See,
let me hear
that every man is suitable.
No, let's hear what she has to say.
Every woman is a housewife. Is a wife material. That is to say, every man is suitable.
Okay, guys, hold on. Hold on.
For the fact that the man is.
Let me give you an instance.
Okay, go ahead.
If there was no wife or there was no lady, what would you be suiting?
You should remember that man was there before woman. I think we should need to establish that.
And then man was incomplete until
Yes.
the woman came in.
Yes.
So we are
Right?
suited.
And they
How?
gave the woman to the man.
How?
How, what is your
But wait,
definition?
they gave
What
the
makes
man.
you-
They gave
what
the woman
makes
to the
you-
man.
What makes you suited?
Exactly.
If Adam wasn't suited,
What-
he wouldn't have been
Exactly.
given
What
it.
make-
Oh, you are saying you are treated from the womb.
By
Nah, you
creation.
went
by creation,
By
we were.
creation.
We are
Yes.
suited.
No, you guys are being biased. And
Exactly.
you guys are not.
We
Let me tell you
You guys
something.
are not being realistic.
Let me tell you
Oh,
something.
no.
Is there,
Let me
do
tell
you do you think there's such a thing as a man being suited?
No, I do not.
What makes you
There-
say that?
there is.
Because looking at the genre of men we have nowadays, I would say that before you see, we have only a handful. 90% of men are not suited.
90% of men.
Yes.
Can she let me hear what she
Are
has to
not
say.
suited.
Continue.
Yes. Okay.
My reason for saying this is, let's look at the statistics of the divorce level. Right?
Okay.
Would say if as a psychologist or as a counselor, you go to them and then they open their logistics book, you see that men are usually the ones that
Okay.
are the issues
Okay.
in most of these divorces. Why do I say it's the men?
No, continue.
I would say it's the man because when you look at these families, when a man brings you into the house, right? Like my colleague said, Mr. Jerry, he said if he wants a business-oriented wife, that he will go for a business-oriented person. But let me point it out to Mr. Jerry. If this business-oriented lady comes to your house, starts a business, maybe at some point decides to diversify, create her own business,
Right.
and then she blows up and her business is earning more
Than yours.
than yours,
He will feel inferior.
you would feel inferior and you would now start picking out things that are not there in the
There-
first
that
It is
place.
normal.
That is not true.
There
It
is
is.
that-
That
It
is not
is
true.
so normal.
There is that
100% true.
probability, but it is in the sense that when I say business partner, I never said anywhere that business has to be mine.
Thank you.
You see, I am more open-minded. That's why I mentioned the word business partner. If it is your business, let's say you start with me, you decide to open your own
Yeah.
business. The moment the kind of arrangement we have as business partners still works, it is okay for me.
Yes.
There are people who are in companies where the husband is the CEO and the woman is the COO or something. They still work. If the woman decides to go aside and do her own business, when we come, where do we come to as husband and wife? The same house.
So
I'm not saying business partner means my own business only. The business we are creating, if we have children, who are going to benefit when we go away? It is the children. It doesn't matter if you go higher than I do or not. But the fact
you're
that you
saying-
remain that business partner is the key thing I'm referring to.
Being into the
saying,
business.
No, you're not even. The
Now,
last
let me.
point I
There are
made.
there are
Sorry, she's
points.
saying
there are-
something.
The
She's
last
saying
point
something.
I made, you're not hitting that point. I said
Okay.
when she diversifies,
Yes.
starts her own business, and then her business starts thriving more than yours, will you still see her in the same light
Why not?
like you
The-
saw her?
The truth is that.
Please, let's be
See, let me
honest
tell
and
you. Let me
let's
tell
be
you.
sincere.
Let me tell you.
Let's
The
be
key thing I
Mr.
said-
sincere.
Jerry, see, let me tell you.
Yeah.
There is one thing about women.
Yeah.
When they make more money,
Okay.
they desire this authority. Women abuse power.
Oh,
That is
wow.
yes,
Oh, so
yes.
men don't
wait.
abuse power.
Let me tell you
Okay.
something.
Speaking in the
No. I
context-
just said
See,
this.
see,
How can I
see,
accept?
Speaking in the
women
context.
abuse power
I
a
think-
lot.
I think-
Can you let me just?
Okay, Mr.
Now,
Frank, go ahead.
see, women abuse power a lot.
Okay.
And when they go in and start making this money and they are seeing it, they are saying, yeah, I'm making more money than you.
I'm self-sufficient.
And I'm self-sufficient. And this,
wow.
this my duty at home.
Oh, wow.
We're gonna do it this way. We're gonna do it that way.
No, what he's saying is a fact.
It's a fact. And when women come into that position, you see the man saying, irrespective of the fact that you are making more money, you are my wife.
So men don't
So-
feel inferior too.
No. Already,
Not
the
that
man
they
is
don't-
working. The work he does
Already-
is for who? It's for the wife.
It's
and
for the wife.
children.
So, but
Yeah,
you wanted a
this
working
saying-
class
this
lady.
saying-
What I'm
this
saying-
saying that
Already
that
Earning
all
more
men.
means more security, financial stability for the home.
Thank you.
Already
A
they
man
have-
is not going
they
to
have-
earn money; it's going to become a burden for the
Already
wife.
they have
No.
countered their point.
Okay, now let me
No.
tell you, there was something
They
you
have
were saying
countered their
that
point of, if I want
uh,
a business-oriented person,
Yes.
then I will go for a business-oriented person. Now that she is becoming, according to him, women feel when they start earning high,
Yes.
they
No, they
become
become-
soft,
yes.
they become
what we are
They
saying,
abuse power
you are
even.
you are
Abuse power.
quoting
Yes.
you are quoting
So
us out
meaning,
of context.
in the first
See, let me
place-
tell you,
Meaning,
there was
she's
something
saying
I said.
something. Sorry, she's saying
meaning
something.
in the first
Okay,
place,
I don't
you
have to say
cannot
something.
identify. You couldn't even identify in the first place.
Let me-
If she is a wife material.
Let me tell you something.
Or not.
There was something you said from the beginning. You said that men are the cause of what? The marriage breakups from the marriage love.
Which is not in fact not.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Yes, I will come to that.
The men, we came from a society whereby we pay bride price, do a whole lot of marriage rituals,
dowry and all those
and the dowries and all that, and most men, imagine a young man who actually thought his whole life save a lot of money, go to the village or go anywhere and pick a lady, and most of these ladies come into the marriage without a bank account, and they come in, and some of these women, the men establish them, and once they start making money, they start telling you, even some of them don't even have anything, they will start telling you, this is my house, you're my husband, or whatever you have to,
what is for you is for me.
Yes,
what
and,
is for me is for
and you see these men going out there toiling and coming back home, the women will tell them they didn't do enough, most of these things aggravate a whole lot of things. See, let me tell you, if you want to, the women come in with this idea of feminism, that they have to be this, they have autonomy, they have the mind of their own. We don't argue that. But if you are coming into the man's life, make sure you are bringing in something.
Okay, thank you.
Have you ever had a roommate who, at the end of the day, you are paying the rent, he puts on your clothes and you feed him or her and you do everything. You know, at the end of the day, you just only ask few things. Please, this is the home, take care of it. The nature of a woman is like that of nature itself. Nature is it's nurturing and caregiving.
Stereotype.
It gives life.
It is
stereotype.
But the women. This is there's a reason why the women are nature is being regarded as a woman.
Yes.
Because it gives life. It's nurtures. That's what the woman. If you're coming into the home and you're not bringing this, and the man actually spent all of his life trying to do what? Trying to bring you into the home and make you a wife, and at the end of the day, he's not get what he needs.
Is the way
Mr.
he's
Frank.
personalizing?
Mr. Frank, first and foremost, you're saying that all you're bringing in is the financial aspect.
Oh, really?
It is just one of
This
them.
woman
Do you even understand that the men bring in security?
She gives you something more than
protection.
That. She gives you life.
She gives me life.
She gives you
my
an
wife.
egg.
Remember, I carried the seed myself.
She
also.
gives
How did you carry the seed?
Did you impregnate yourself? What do you mean?
Are you carrying?
I'm carrying the seed.
Are you doing the pushing?
But the seed came from me.
Are you living? The seed came from both of you.
Okay,
Because
now
even
it's now
if
both
they-
of us,
even
which
if
is
they plant-
50-50.
If they plant,
Which is
the egg-
50-50.
if they plant-
Why are you trying to make it look as if
the
it's a
egg
big
of
deal?
a woman in your belly, your belly cannot grow.
Why would they?
no,
Why would
cannot
they
have
plant
a
it in my
baby.
belly?
No,
That is the
don't say
point.
that. We've
She
had.
gives life.
Can you
We have
produce sperm
recent
then?
situations
She
where
gives
men
life.
have given birth. Yes.
No, those are sorry.
Yeah, you
But
can
they
say
are still men.
No, they're not men.
They have sexes that are men.
They are
that
women.
Are male, rather.
Women.
So are you?
women that-
No, I just want to refute
So
that.
this
No,
is-
I
please,
mean,
we will
we are-
not
we are
will
not-
not deviate from the whole context.
But let's not deviate.
Yes,
a
of
wife
course. Let's
is
stay
not
on
the
course.
case.
Let's
A
stay on
wife
course.
material
Let's
is
stay on course.
someone who can communicate,
you-
someone
Good.
who has shared values, who
Thank
has
you.
mutual respect.
Yes.
So the aspect you brought about when the woman begins to diversify and do the business and blow, I made some very important point. So far as she remains in that lane of the business pattern I was looking for, or which she agreed to, because surely I'll make a proposal, you would agree.
Yes.
So even if you have your own business, but that key component of us being the business partner couple is still there, I don't have an issue with you. It is only when you begin to, with that diversification, begin to feel entitled, authoritative, and other aspects, that is when you deviate from the understanding that we had from the beginning. So the issue is not necessarily about she doing her own business. That is when the statement was made, we didn't say a business partner that will support our business.
Isn't it
You- that's what
stereotyping?
it-
No.
I'm sorry.
How
hold
is
on.
this
Sorry, hold on.
stereotyping?
Isn't it stereotyping to begin such a concept to begin with?
Exactly.
Which concept?
Starting up wife material. Isn't it
Let's-
stereotyping?
even
For
you
the
How is that
past-
stereotyping?
for the past
How
few
is
minutes
that?
we've
Yes.
been talking.
Yes.
I've not heard either of the men say no. They've not said okay. While I go to get this dream or idealistic wife of mine,
Yes.
at least I would like to know what she wants, not necessarily impacting or forcing down what I
What
want.
I
Nobody
want.
is
Down her
forcing.
throat.
You've been
Now,
speaking?
no,
Yes.
no one has asked. Okay, I think maybe when you meet a woman, you should find out maybe her likes, her dislikes, her hobbies. At least get to know her down to the roots. Everybody is thinking of what they can gain.
It's
what
not
is marriage.
It's not
That's
religious.
what you're trying to say.
Okay, let me ask you a few questions.
What
I am
they
the
can
man.
gain.
Yes.
I am the man looking for woman. That is
Yes.
where the context of the wife material comes in.
There's this thing you people are
let me
doing.
ask you a
No, there's
question.
this thing. I'm sorry. There's this thing you guys are doing that is a bit off for
Yes.
me.
Okay.
You're saying you will go and pick her. You bring her into your house.
Let me ask you-
You're objectifying the fact that you're
Let me
bringing
ask you-
in a woman
Okay,
into your house.
okay.
When they say wife
EJ,
material,
EJ.
it is an object.
EJ.
So which
No,
is
no, no.
wrong?
Which is
No, no, no,
so
no, no, no,
wrong.
hold on.
Which is wrong.
We are
It's-
saying the concept of wife material
Yes.
is an object.
Yes.
The characteristics I'm looking for are not things you can actually feel.
How about the characteristic we are looking for as a
Exactly.
lady?
Are we looking
Let
for
me
husband
ask you.
material?
Let me
No.
ask you a few questions.
kidding me?
We are not
Now,
looking for husband
Mrs.
material.
Alvera, please, can you answer this question?
Oh, please.
Think
Pleasure.
carefully before you answer.
With pleasure.
Good. Have you ever in any day tell yourself, say this to yourself that
Yeah.
I want to get married. Let me go and look for a man.
Why would I look for a man?
They are coming to look for you. So exactly, you are going to the market to buy a stuff. Why would you be telling
going to
yourself
buy-
that why am I
I'm
looking
not
for?
the one buying. You guys are the
Yes,
ones.
you are the one buying, so you are selecting.
You guys are the
Exactly.
ones
It's
that
us.
need us.
Good.
Now,
so
while
I'm
you're-
going there to
while-
collect
no,
the best.
While you're in that
I'm getting
need,
the best.
Yes.
No, while you're in that need,
Yes.
Uh-huh.
let's remember
I'm-
that this person
Okay.
is a living, breathing being
That has
Which
her
we
own
did not
own-
argue.
Yes.
that has her own dreams,
Yes.
Yes.
aspiration,
Right.
that
Yes.
has lived her own life, that has her own background, how she grew up. So you don't expect automatic turnaround. Like, okay, I've woken up
we
this
never
morning.
need
I've
that.
made,
Nobody's asking you to
I've
do a
made, I've
turnaround.
made money, and I think tomorrow I'm going to shop for a woman that is a business oriented.
So let me,
Mrs. Elvera, let me ask you
let
again.
I want
Excuse
to-
me.
Yeah.
How many men asked
Mr.
your hand
Ferris,
in marriage
Yes.
before you choose one?
I think that is a bit personal, right?
No,
Yeah.
in the
But-
general
no,
in
context.
general
In the general
context.
context, a lot.
But you choose one.
Or maybe
right?
you chose one.
No,
Why did you choose one? Why did you choose that one
they
in
chose
particular?
me.
They chose you. Okay, because if you actually chose one, if you say yes to someone, that's to say that person's dreams
They
in
chose-
alliance with yours.
They chose me.
This is what we are saying.
Shared
If I'm
values,
coming
shared
out, I'm coming out for somebody that have the same share value with me.
Yes.
Wait, now
If I look at you and it doesn't
Wait,
work, I walk
I'm
away.
coming-
If
I'm-
it doesn't work for you, you walk away.
this
Yes.
concept.
A lot of women
Yes.
have said
This
no to men.
this concept is deep rooted, especially in Africa. Let me give you an example or examples. If you remember, while we were young, at home, you do something wrong, probably in the kitchen. You're asked to cook something and then you added too much salt in the food. And your mom will be like,
Thank
why
God
is
you
there so
mentioned
much?
the mom. Let us
Excuse
start
me.
from there.
Even the dad too.
No, the mom. The mom
wait,
first.
Let's focus.
No, wait, let's
Hey, Mom.
Hello.
let's hear what
Yes.
she has to say.
Like she'll be like, why is there a lot of salt in this food? Is this what you want to go and be cooking in your husband's house?
Good.
Now your dad comes out probably and then you're doing a particular thing. The next thing, is this what you want to be doing? That is because the society has made it in such a way that our great-grandparents have passed the same ideology down to our parents.
So you're
and our
saying,
parents-
so you're saying
Let me-
that. I'm sorry, I want to ask her a question.
Let me tell you
I'm
something.
sorry, I want to ask her a question.
Yes.
So you're saying that this concept is overrated.
It's overrated.
Let me tell you something.
And I
Why is
think-
it that
and
do you
I
know
think a
that
particular
when
generation
boys
to-
are
sorry,
growing
put
up?
I'm sorry.
to put an end to this concept of wife material.
See, let me tell you.
I think
When
it's
boys are growing up,
accept-
wait,
let's
of that
accept-
concept
Mr.
that
Jerry,
we need to
Mr.
look
Jerry,
at.
let's look at it this way.
Yes.
When the ladies were growing, when they cook, they tell them, this is what you're going to cook in your husband's house.
Exactly.
Do you know that we guys, when we are growing up, if anything happens and the boy cries, they will say, don't you know you're a man? You're going to be somebody's husband. Why
We are
would you
going
be
to take
crying?
care of
Why
a
would?
woman.
Why are you? You are
Exactly.
going to
So
take care
we
of a
all
woman.
have
Why
our
are you
own.
showing your emotion?
But you guys
Why are
sometimes
being-
don't even take care of the woman.
Yes.
How can
Because
you be
she's
so sure?
cooking in the kitchen. You
Yes.
can't even help.
You can't help.
You don't help.
What do you understand by
So
taking
it's
care?
not just
You're
even.
proving- you're
See,
proving
are
my
you
point
saying
by saying
what you understand to
by
be taken
saying
care
that-
of? Is he cooking in the kitchen with a woman?
No,
proving
but there's
my
something
point.
that's helping, isn't it?
You are proving my
What do
point.
you understand by helping?
You're proving my point by saying that the society has enclosed
It's
the
the
girl
society.
child-
No,
the
the
girl
society.
child
You see,
with that
see,
ideology.
there's what we call
Mr. Jerry,
gender role.
Wait, Mr. Jerry.
There's what we call gender role,
There's
and it
something-
was instigated by the society, both men and women. Our
said it.
parents,
Mr. Jerry,
grandparents,
Mr.
are
Jerry,
only
they
composed
put-
of men.
There's something.
Yes.
No, excuse me, Mr.
So
Frank.
the men. Wait, excuse me. In as much as the men, in as much as the women, you think that the
Yes.
gender role have classified women to be this.
Yes.
Look at the other side of it. Now, there was something we were saying. You said that when a man goes out there, okay, I saw a post today whereby a man raised his hand to slap a woman, and they say, the day you raise your hand on a woman, that's the day you cease to be a man. And I was like, okay, that's true. But when a woman raises her hands first,
do we see that aspect?
I will give it to her back. Do you understand that?
I was
now, some people will say like,
something.
hello, for you to do that, oh, please, she's a woman, she's emotional. Now, if a woman is quarreling with you and you decide to talk back, they'll say you're a man. Why would you be quarreling with a woman? Number one. If a woman lays her hand on you and you retaliate, they will say you're a man. Why would you be beating a woman? So they are to get away with everything. So this is how the society wants it to be, and we are not complaining.
We are complaining.
We have not. You don't see men complain much about these things. They just swallow it and try to be a man.
Because it's for the right purpose.
Okay, now it's for the right purpose. Are you getting that?
Are
you getting this?
Let me do a quick interjection.
Yes.
I don't have issue with the concept of wife material.
Yeah.
The opposite way with the same as husband material.
Yes.
I feel the issue is how we approach it.
Thank you.
You know, he said something. When the woman raised the hand, there is issue against it. But at the moment we don't put the other aspect where the woman does to the man, there's an issue, because there are certain. I was actually speaking earlier on the show about it, that when a woman does some things like raising the hand on the man, sometimes we are not even able to say because of the stigma. Doesn't mean we don't have that right to feel protected and all that. We do.
But it
so
really
imagine
happens.
I'm looking for a wife material, and there's that concept where, or there's that understanding that maybe that such a woman is probably a bit too violent, not too calm. I wouldn't go for that. So
Thank
the
you.
concept of wife material is not that. It's about the characteristics we are looking for.
Now, you said this. We are almost wrapping up, okay? But there's something I want to ask you.
Okay.
Well, you began saying something. You were like, we were talking about gender role. And I made mention of some domestic duties. Okay. You said stuff about a man, okay, going out, working, you know, he's the one that does the provision of money, financial stuff, and all those things.
Yes.
So we are supposed to probably, from what you both have said, we are just helping you. In quote.
Yes.
We are just helping. Because you've made it so that we are not equal.
Well, I don't think men and women are
Okay,
equal.
now, my question is this. Is it just based on finance that you are helping?
No.
How about domestic rule? I was saying something like
me
that.
tell you.
You countered it and you told me.
let me
You
tell you.
said something.
Let me tell you.
The
Let me
reason
answer
I'm
that.
raising.
You said that when they are not even helping,
I'm sorry,
when
let
you
me-
are there cooking, that
Yes?
is to say you have seen this help to be what? Domestic only.
It is
That
not
is
just
where you-
finance now.
Hold on.
Right?
Are you understanding what I'm saying?
sorry, he
But
wants to
also
say
just
something.
seeing
No,
your
hold
own
on.
to be finance.
No, let me come
No.
to this. Let me come
It's
to
not
this.
doing
Yes.
finance.
Helping in the house, I think we have to look beyond the fact that we call it helping. When my wife cooks, I will eat, right?
Right?
There may be something that I can cook that may be better than her. It's not because she's a woman she has to be perfect.
Yes.
The same way, it's not because I can provide financially, I'm supposed to provide every time, because sometimes I may not have. There are certain things that go beyond the fact that I'm a provider for the house, whether financially or not. So men don't always or only provide financially. But the things still come back to whom he spoke about. We consider nature as earth. The nurturing nature of women, no matter which level of education, which business woman you are, whatever, it doesn't take away from you. The same way our provision for discipline and financial stability can never be taken from us, no matter what level or standard we are.
So
that is really my point.
So what is your wrap up on this concept of wife material? Let's start with you guys.
Okay.
Just give me a wrap up for it.
I wanted saying something before then. I was like, men rationally they are mental. They do mental representations, manipulations of decision making and problem solving. So the women are always this emotional being that will give support and do spatial remembrance with their memories.
Okay.
So if you look at it that way, you see that this is the both of them, when they fuse together, they do a very nice job.
Okay.
So the gender role in Africa is something quite different from the Western world.
Okay.
So the Western world want to get what we call gender equality. And most of us here watch what this society is practicing.
That's the Western world, right?
And we want to take that will benefit us.
Okay. Okay.
Are you understanding what I'm saying? Yeah. We are trying to collect from there. The only thing that will benefit our own gender, humans are naturally selfish.
Okay.
So if I am trying to take that, the ladies are trying to take that, at the end of the day, it will not work because we have deviated from our originality.
Yes.
Because our originality, this is where a man can marry 4 to 5 wives and there is peace in the home. But here you have one man, one woman, 1 year, and they're already scattering everywhere.
Okay.
Why do you think that is? If not that we have decided to leave our society, if we want to copy this society because they are more advanced, let us take everything. If we are not ready to copy everything, please let us stick to our own.
And remain the wife material.
And remain the wife material. If you don't want to be the wife material, just get ready.
Let's not refer to...
Okay. What you're saying now should be a wrap-up for the women, please.
Okay.
Yes.
Because he said something that...
Yes. You can
put it there.
He said something about we're deviating from our originality, which is a man is permitted to be polygamous, right?
Okay, not really
Like
polygamous.
you literally just said so.
4 wives now.
You just literally said so.
Okay.
Four wives.
The word was
So
can.
since we're going back,
It is not mandatory.
since
No,
we're going
said
back,
can.
we're going back to our originality.
Yes.
So are you saying that we should leave this borrowed religion and go back to worshiping idols and
We
Asian
are talking
gods?
about wife
No,
material.
continue. Let's not debate.
idol
No,
and,
We're talking about wife material. We're talking about polygamy.
polygamy is also a part of wife material.
Anyways,
It doesn't have to be religion.
I think basically men should stop being on the defensive. It is what it is in Africa here, that when we talk about the concept wife material, we see in Africa here, we see wife material as a woman, as how much a woman is domesticated, right? So let's look deeper. Let's not just look for someone that can come and take care of the house, nurture. Let's look for someone that, you know, that we can work together hand in hand with. And while we're searching for that person, let's not allow her shove her emotions, or let's not shove her feelings and emotions away. We should allow her thrive while being with you. I mean, you're marrying a wife, she's like a flower. When you buy a flower, what do? You don't want the flower to die. You always water. You water so that the flower blooms.
Yeah.
Because she is a reflection of you. So don't kill or kill her dreams and aspirations in your house. Allow her flourish.
Okay. All right, people.
Thank
So
you. Yeah.
we've come to the end of today's show. Yeah.
Yes. This is not being fair.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Are you allowing this?
No, of course it's allowed. You guys
I won't sleep well today, but nevertheless.
Okay, fine. Let me get a little word from you to wrap up.
She spoke about the woman being taken to the side. I don't think it is solely the responsibility of the man.
Okay.
Because sometimes a man can do so much, but the woman herself would have to see her value and worth.
Okay.
Because it's when you see that you can work with it. We can see it and try to work with it, but you have to move along with us. And the percentage of people who shove the woman to the side is not as huge as some people may put out.
Oh, but you agree that there are percentage of people that...
So the concept of wife material should still be there.
Yes.
We can have evolution, but there are certain basic lines that we need to maintain, like I said. The duty of a man to provide financial stability and discipline can't be taken away. Okay. The same for a woman's nature to nurture the home and also create that environment where both the husband and the wife can live should also be there, no matter the status you've reached.
All right, people. You guys have heard it. We've come to the end of today's show, okay? I won't tell you that the ladies won this or the men won this.
It's not
okay. Yeah, it wasn't. It almost felt like a battle to me, to be very sincere. But we've come to the end of today's show. You guys have heard the wrap up from both parties. Okay. The concept of wife material, she said, is overrated. Okay, but the men are saying that in as much as they do the provision, you know, they provide for the financial whatever they said. Okay, let me not sound biased. they say they provide financially, they do all the whole provisions, you know, the discipline and everything, the protections.
Yeah. We can be giving you more.
That they do all of those things. So we should follow our traditional role. I mean, the traditional concept of our originality as Africans. And if we want to copy the Western people, we should copy everything from them. Okay, so that's the wrap up for today's show. As you remember, your girl EJ, thank you all very much for following us. Until we'll come your way next week, please stay blessed, stay safe. Plenty love from me to you. Guys, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you so much, Mr. Jerry. Thank you, Mr. Frank. Thank you very much, Elvira, for coming. Until we'll come your way next week. Bye-bye.